You won your case. That was pretty high profile in Tarrant. Tell me about it.
Well, any criminal case, burden of proof is always on the prosecution to make a case with a standard of proof, which is the highest standard of proof in our system of laws, and that is beyond a reasonable doubt. And the evidence simply wasn't there to suggest that Miss Williams acted with intent to harass, annoy, or alarm, and the judge found accordingly. The best thing about this case is that there was a video of the entire event, which made it quite obvious of what occurred that night. And the judge saw it the way I saw it, which was she's just speaking out against the mayor publicly at a public meeting during the public forum comment section of the city council meeting. And she had no intent to cause anybody any harm. With respect to the disorderly conduct charge, the law is very clear that a police officer has very limited opportunities to make an arrest for an offense that was not committed in his presence. And for that reason, the judge threw out that case because the police officer was not even in the room when the events between Miss Myrick and Miss Williams occurred, yet he signed the complaint and the magistrate issued a warrant based upon probable cause, which in all fairness to the magistrate is the lowest standard of proof in our system of justice. So I'm very pleased with the outcome. Miss Williams is approaching 80 years old, and she's very active in politics, and I'm getting close to that age, and I hope that I, too, will be as active in my community as she is.
Now, tell me, I understand that she was offered an arrangement for anger management to drop the charges. Why was that rejected earlier?
Well, she did her decision, for starters, not mine, and she's not an angry person, and she didn't act out of anger. Her anger, if it exists at all, is not with Miss Myrick. Her anger is with the mayor and the way he conducts business in the city of Tarrant, and the jaundiced eye that the city of Tarrant is constantly under as a result of his conduct. And he's the mayor, he can do what he wants to do, but he has to conform his behavior within the framework of the law as well. That's why we have 3 branches of government. Thank God. I hope we can keep them.
Why was this case generated a lot of attention, not just locally, but it went national. The tale of an elderly lady being arrested after a city council meeting in a small Alabama town got national attention. Why? Why do you think it was so intriguing to people?
I wasn't aware that it had gotten that kind of press. You're talking about basic constitutional rights of freedom of speech, which comes under the same amendment as your constitutional right to report. So she's 80 years old, she speaks out, she's essentially being shushed for speaking out, and she reacts accordingly. But there's not a bad intent bone in her body. She is filled with love and a very religious, spiritual, God-fearing woman. And she would never do anything inconsistent with who she is. And you heard that from a character witness as well.